Thank you for stopping by Luxuriously Poor, and I hope you find today's video helpful. And I would like to say that if you need wisdom on what to do for now or the future, this book is extremely helpful. Now, when I was a kid growing up, I recall watching my grandmother water bath can many of a green bean. Even though you were told to pressure can things, she still water bath canned. I mentioned it to her and she said to me, the problem with women today is they don't cook the food from the can. She said more people are getting sick from the canned food that they get from the store because we have what she called a reheat mentality. And she said everything that comes out of a can, whether it's home canned food or store-bought canned food, the least amount of time you should cook it is 20 minutes. And if you do, she said, you'll be safe. And I believe that to be a true statement. But that's just my opinion, and I can tell you my grandmother never got sick. But my grandmother swore by green beans, and she told me, always make sure you keep green beans on hand, because she claimed that green beans and purple whole peas is what saved her and her children, and it got her through depression. So she said, you get yourself some green beans, honey, and she'd say, you put them away and save them for a rainy day, because it could be the matter of you going hungry or going to bed okay. So I've always kept some green beans on hand, but I've never tried the recipe that my grandmother gave to me to cook green beans, because I just didn't think I'd like them. Now I hope you'll take this time and give it a thumbs up, because a thumbs up, it is free. Now my grandmother told me she always was saving bacon grease, and my grandmother always had a little smoked bacon somewhere, and she said just take a piece of bacon and chop it up into small pieces. Now, my son found some bacon. It's called irregular pieces, but it had quite a few just normal pieces, but it had one or two pieces that were kind of off. And I snatched the biggest one. He likes bacon, and he had fried some bacon, and so I took this because this isn't something he would fry. And I said to myself when I took it and set it aside, I'm going to try that green bean recipe, or how my grandmother said was a good way to cook green beans. I've never done it before, but today is going to be my day to try what she showed me or told me. Now, she said just throw it in a pan. Now, I'm going to do something, because I like onions, and I like onions quite a bit. And they're good for you, too. They really are. I'm going to throw some onions in there. And I'm going to just saute this bacon, just, work off some of the grease into the pan. And you see those little brown bits? I'm going to scrape that up also and get this going in here. You can see a little bit of the white onion in there. I didn't put a whole lot of onion, but I did put some. And we're just going to keep working this around till we get some of this grease, those bits out of there. And we're going to use two cans of green beans in this. Now, this is going to, I think, looking at it now and smelling it, smells absolutely delicious. Now, I have 2 cans of green beans in this pot. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon or a half teaspoon of salt. You add whatever you want, how much salt that you want, because we're all different. We all like different amounts of salt. Some don't put salt at all. Okay, we're almost done here. There's very little water left, but I want all the water gone completely. We're going to let the bacon, the grease that fried out of the bacon, fry the beans just a little bit. So, we're keeping an eye on them here. I used 1 can of water. 1 can of the beans I drained, but I left the water in 1 can. And it's going to take another probably 15 more minutes to get rid of this water and just let them saute. I call it sauteing in the bacon. Now, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you hear, or can you hear? I'm hoping you can hear the frying of this. That's from the grease. That's what you want. You want that water cooked out and just that bacon grease left to cook the beans. This is a wonderful flavor. Okay, now if you don't have any bacon and you just say bacon grease, throw your couple spoons of bacon grease in there. This was something my grandmother taught me. She says it makes canned beans taste a whole lot better. And it definitely does. I wish I had tried this a long time ago. I've been missing out. These green beans are absolutely delicious. This is a wonderful side dish, especially with this roasted chicken. And I definitely will be making this a whole lot more because the taste is just, it's absolutely incredible. And I have never really cared for green beans because I always thought they tasted bland, but these are delicious. Well, God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe.